My ex-wife showed up at my door, threatening to sue me, but my teenage daughter had a surprise for her. 6 months ago, my wife Kathy left me and our 4-year-old daughter for my business partner, Leon. We'd been married 16 years, together for 19. I found out through texts on her phone they'd been having an affair for 3 years while Leon and I built our company together from nothing. When I confronted her, she didn't even deny it, just said she was sick of hiding and wanted to leave. I was devastated, completely blindsided. I begged her to work things out, told her we could go to counseling, anything. She got annoyed and dropped the nuclear bomb. She only married me because she got pregnant and didn't want to be alone. She tried to love me for 16 years, but it never worked. Now she found someone she actually loved and wasn't going to let me hold her back. She filed for divorce immediately. Didn't want alimony, didn't fight for the house, just wanted a fair split of assets so she could get out fast. Leon apologized profusely, said he'd wanted to tell me but didn't know how. Within weeks, he sold his shares back to me and they moved to Boston for Kathy's new high-paying job opportunity. My daughter was absolutely heartbroken. Her mom just abandoned her without looking back. For 6 months, complete radio silence, no birthday calls, no weekend visits, nothing. Despite having partial custody rights, my daughter refused to even mention her mom's name. We were slowly healing, building our life back together. Then last Tuesday night, 11 p.m., someone was frantically pounding our door like the house was on fire. Through the peephole, Kathy. My daughter immediately begged me not to answer, said she didn't want to see her, but I thought it must be some kind of emergency. Instead of coming inside, Kathy started screaming at me from the doorstep like a maniac. She was going to sue me, drag me to court, make me pay for what I'd done to her. I genuinely had no idea what she was talking about and asked her to slow down and explain. She rolled up her sleeve, showing a fresh bandage on her forearm. That's when it clicked, something had happened with Leon. Turns out he'd been verbally abusing her for weeks, completely different from the guy I knew. He blamed her for ruining his entire life. He had to abandon our successful business that we built from scratch and now worked under his cousin, who constantly belittled and undermined him. He accused Kathy of revealing the affair before he was mentally prepared to leave. They'd been fighting every single night since the move. 2 nights ago, he completely snapped, threw a heavy glass vase directly at her head. She managed to dodge most of it, but it still shattered against her arm, hurting her pretty badly. She packed a bag that same night and took the first flight back here to confront me. She was absolutely convinced I knew Leon had this violent, abusive side and deliberately concealed it from her as some twisted form of revenge. Said she'd done me a massive favor by not fighting for half the business or demanding spousal support, so I owed her honesty and protection in return. I tried explaining I had absolutely no clue about this darker side of Leon. We'd worked together professionally for 5 years. He was always calm, collected, never even raised his voice in meetings. I'd met maybe 3 of his ex-girlfriends briefly at company events, but never heard any complaints or red flags. She kept interrupting, getting more agitated, insisting I had to have known something, when suddenly, my daughter appeared silently behind me in the doorway. "Mom," she said, in this eerily calm voice, holding up her phone with the screen facing Kathy. I recorded everything that night. Kathy's face instantly drained of all color. I recorded you telling Dad you never actually loved him, that you only married him because you got pregnant and were scared of being a single mom. I recorded you laughing about how pathetic and desperate he looked when he was begging you to stay and work things out. My daughter's voice stayed completely steady and cold. I recorded you saying you wasted the best 16 years of your life pretending to care about our family, and I recorded you calling me an accident that ruined your 20 seconds. She held the phone higher. "Should I upload this to TikTok right now, or would you prefer to walk away and never contact either of us again?" Kathy stood there frozen, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Then she turned around and practically ran back to her rental car without saying another word. We haven't heard from her since. My daughter later told me she'd started recording that confrontation because she had a gut feeling Mom would eventually try to blame Dad for something that wasn't his fault. Turns out her instincts were absolutely perfect.